What's up guys, I wanted to check out a custom ROM for the Nexus 10. This one's called EOS ROM or EOS ROM. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I think it is EOS ROM, so that's what I'm going to stick with. And yeah guys, if you want to install this custom ROM because you like the look of it, all the links are in the description. Follow the links to the XDA post and the downloads are in the first post. You do need to flash GApps as well, just like any other ROM, and you can flash it through the custom recovery, whichever one you have. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, the ROM pretty much comes as an absolute blank slate. It didn't even have icons down here. I had to put them in the dock. So it's right in there, blank slate. Go ahead and customize it. Some stuff that does come stock, which I haven't changed, is you can see a battery percentage up here, 84%. That's not normal. It's not on the stock Google ROM. So that's a cool feature to have on a custom ROM because you can actually see the battery percentage instead of just guessing from the bar. Another stock feature for this ROM is if you pull down on the left, you've got your normal notification shade. If you pull down from the right where your quick toggles are, you can see it's got a custom quick toggles layout. And what's cool about it is you've got your volume here, and if you swipe to the left or swipe to the right, whichever way you have it, you've got a brightness slider here as well, guys. So you can control the brightness and volume straight from your quick toggles, which I think is a really cool feature for a custom ROM. You don't have to go into the settings, and it's just less button presses, which is always a good thing. So yeah, another thing I should mention about this ROM, guys, it is using the stock Google kernel, but you can obviously install a custom kernel over it like Franco, KT, Manta, or Trinity, whichever the hell you want if you want it. But the performance is very good. The ROM has under the hood performance increases that just make it fly. Everything is very, very quick. There's no problems with it whatsoever. It's a lightning ROM. But I know what you guys all want to see. You want to see the customization, so let's get into it. Dive into the settings here. Everything pretty much looks the same until you get down to EOS Control Center. Nice little layout here. Click into this and it's laid out really well. It's really easy. Interface, navigation, status bar, and system. We're in interface at the moment. So you can see you've got some lock screen options. Allow selection of all widgets. So if you click that on the lock screen, you're allowed to put any widgets you have normally on your home screens on your lock screen. You can see here the recent panel. You can enable a kill all button and a memory display button. So we'll press that for both and we'll open a few apps here. We'll open up the recents. You can see up here we've got the memory usage. My free RAM is only 393, I think that says, yeah. And down here is the kill all button. So if you click that, everything just flies away by itself. Really cool feature, definitely a must have if you're using a custom ROM. Dive back into the settings here, guys. Okay guys, moving on to navigation. If we click navigation, the first thing you've got here is visibility. So you can hide some stuff here. You can hide your navigation bar, you can hide the system bars at boot, and you can hide the bars together. Status bar hides with navigation bar even on boot if enabled. So if I click this, guys, you'll see it hides the navigation bar, but I can't control anything. It doesn't have anything like Pi on default. So if you install LMT launcher or anything like that, you can control it. Or if you have GMG gesture controls, you can control it as well. But right now I can't do anything with it, so I'm going to leave that off, but nonetheless you can hide it if you want. Moving over to appearance and style, guys, you can change the color of the bars. So if you click change, you've got a little thing here which you can spin around. You can see my navigation bar is changing colors. You can also change it here as well, and you can do that. You can also restore it back to normal mode. Now, if you want to keep your navigation bar but just make it smaller so it doesn't take up quite as much screen real estate, you can use low profile mode. You click this and you can change the DP to 24, and you can see down here it makes it smaller. Definitely a cool feature if you want to keep the bar but have more screen real estate. So yeah, we'll leave that back on normal. Soft key position, guys, this is a cool feature as well. You can see the soft keys are in the middle. They kind of look a little bit untidy and stuff like that. If you click this, they'll spin over to the left. And it just looks a lot neater to me, and I actually prefer it like that. It's kind of the old school way that tablets or Android used to be. But yeah, if we unclick that now. Now, this is a really unique feature for this ROM, and it's called NX Gesture Bar. Swipe left for back, and basically you get gestures. So if I turn this on here, guys, you'll see the navigation bars disappear. And it says swipe left for back, swipe up for home, swipe right for recent, long press bar for home. So let me just try something. So if I swipe to the left, you can see I'm going back. If I swipe up, I've gone back home. If I go back into the app and swipe up, I mean, how cool is that? You've got gestures straight up built into it. Now, I thought that it would be good if you could have that enabled and hide the bar and still have the gestures, but you can't. So that's one annoyance that is there. Now, I'm not sure if I'm missing something there, but nonetheless, it's a cool feature to have. I like the gestures built in. We'll untick that for now. Apply transparency to system bars. You can see this glass effect. So when you click that, nothing happens. But when you go back to the home screen, you'll see that the nav bar is now transparent. So a nice, easy way to do it there, guys. Glass effect, set transparency for launcher glass. So you can change the sort of transparency level. You can make both completely transparent or not quite as transparent. Up to you guys. The customization level is yours. If we move on to custom actions here, guys, you've got soft key settings. So this is where you come if you want to change the color of these soft keys down here. You can also enable long press feature. This allows you to set up your own long press shortcut. So when you click this, for example, and you hold the back key, well, let's pick an activity here. So we can say kill process. Now, if I hold the back key, it killed the app. That's exactly what you wanted to do. Again, a cool feature to have. We'll dive back into that because there's a few other things that you can do. You can also change the color, guys. So if you want the color to be different here, you can just do that. You know, flick it over to blue, click in, and you can now see my navigation back button is blue. So you can also change the glow there as well, guys. So yeah, you can also make a persistent menu key appear. If you click that, you'll see on the right here, I have a menu key. I did also change that to blue, but again, you can change that to whatever color you want. Customization is yours, just like any other, you know, Android ROM. It's all up to you guys. So we'll back up. We'll just leave those there for now. Quick launch targets. So this is the Google Now thing. So when you drag up, you can see Google Now there. You can actually pick different stuff here. So I don't know if we can have, well, you can choose any application you want. So we'll just choose gallery, for example. When you pull up now, we have gallery here, and you can see it flicks over to the gallery. So yeah, that works just as you'd expect, guys. Okay, guys, moving on to status bar. If we click into here now, pretty much get your same options you got with the navigation bar, plus a few others, because you know you've got like your signal and battery stuff up here, and you can see that here you can change the color just like you could in the navigation bar. You can also turn off the battery icon. You can see it disappears. Battery text if you don't want it, or if you don't want the percentage sign, you can get rid of that as well. And of course, you can change the colors, guys. So pretty standard stuff there for a custom ROM, but good nonetheless, right? Underneath that, guys, we've got the settings panel controls, and this is where it slows down a little bit. I'm not sure why this is, but if you watch when I click this, it takes a few seconds to open. Again, I'm not sure why. It's not a big deal because it's the only place where it really slows down. But this is where you can kind of customize and change out these quick toggles. You can change the order of them if you want. You can turn on airplane mode. You can turn on torch, auto sync, GPS, and you can move them around as well. So again, pretty standard stuff, but good stuff as well. You can also change the column width, guys. So if you want more columns like this, change it to 4, and you can now see there's 4 columns across, which looks a little bit neater in my eyes. So I'm going to leave that on. Underneath that, guys, you've got EOS toggle settings. If you click this, you'll notice, well, nothing happens straight away, but when you pull it down from the left, you've got these cool quick toggles. So you've got your Wi-Fi, GPS, rotate, settings, sound, and Bluetooth there. So another cool feature to have there. You can also select the toggles you've got over here. Again, this bit takes a little bit of time, not sure why, but you can add different ones and you can change the order right there. Underneath that, guys, you've got the hide toggle indicator, so you can see the toggle indicator is there when you've got the icons. If you don't want to show what's on or off, I don't know why you would, but you can turn it on, and now when you see it, they're not there. It says here use with themes with multi-state icons, so I guess it's when a theme overwrites it, you can turn that on. So yeah. Okay, guys, moving on to system. Whoops, you can see here we've got performance settings. Like I said, this is a stock Google kernel, so you can't really do much with it. You've got a few governor changes. You can't overclock. You can underclock, but you don't really need to. Why would you, right? Battery's already pretty good. Underneath that, you've got volume and sound, volume key, switch on rotation, all this sort of other stuff. Underneath here, guys, you've got power and display, disable low power dialogues, prevent annoying low battery warnings alert when popping up. So when you've got kind of like 15% left, it doesn't pop up with a dialogue telling you that, so you can turn that on or off. Screen behavior when charging. Screen state stays off when charging or unplugged. You can turn it off. You can have a CRT screen animation. You know, so when you turn it off, you can see you have that. You don't normally have that on the Nexus 10. So you can see if I turn it off, it just goes off like normal. So yeah. Screenshot scale factor, so you can change the if you don't want a full screenshot of the whole resolution of the screen, you can change that there. Guys, you've got networking connectivity, pretty standard stuff here, guys. You can change a few Wi-Fi regulatory domains. You know, I don't know why you'd want to change it, but you can. Screen off Wi-Fi idle delay, you can also change. You can click that, make it 15 minutes, 15 seconds, whatever the hell you want. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I should actually mention one more thing. Go into EOS controls. Up here, you've actually got a theme manager, which if you click, you can apply a different theme if you have one or you want one installed. But yeah, I've been quite impressed with this EOS ROM. It's pretty damn quick. If it's my opinion, I would actually install a custom kernel because I think I get better performance and better optimizations and stuff like that. But in terms of customization, it's pretty damn good. It's definitely a cool ROM to check out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you all later.